Hi, everybody. This is Steve Stewart from stevestewart.me, home of the Money Plan SOS podcast. If you weren't able to watch the webinar live today, it was Ynab versus Dave Ramsey's EveryDollar budgeting program. I want to apologize. The video was being recorded. We could see the button said live. We hit end broadcast. Everything seemed to have gone great, and the video is gone. Don't know where it is. It's really heartbreaking because it was a great conversation between Crystal Ewan from DebtFreeAcupuncturist.com and Steve Muty, author of the book. The book is Paycheck to Paycheck with Ynab, the unofficial guide to reaching your first month buffer or something like that. Really long title. I'll put it in a link to it in the show notes below the video that you're watching. I wanted to put something together for you, at least really quickly, because I know a lot of people were thinking, well, what's the difference between Ynab and EveryDollar? What's the benefits? And so what we did, during the whole thing, we went through. Amy Robles wrote a post called Budgeting Software 10 Questions to Ask Before You Buy, because, these are premium budgeting programs. So we went through her questions. I'm not going to go through them here in the video, but what I do want to do is give you some of the differences that we came up with and the benefits for each one. With Ynab and EveryDollar, they both have an app which allows you to enter transactions on the go, which means you don't even have to be in front of your computer at the time. That is a huge bonus. You're able to take it with you. It's very convenient. Entering transactions is very easy. Here's Ynab. Now, the iPad version that's out today is a little bit different than this. This is the older version because I have an older iPad and I can't upgrade to that. But you simply hit Add Transaction. It also has, you hit Enter Transaction, you put in the dollar amount, hit Next. Then if you're using your iPhone or a GPS-enabled iPad, wherever you are, if you've been there before and you've entered a transaction before and had it record the location before, it will automatically populate where you are. So let's say you go to a gas station, the same one all the time, and you enter it on your phone. As soon as the gas pump goes off, it says, Exxon or Shell. It says it right there. If not, you enter in whatever the name of it, it does a search for you. Then you can type in what category it's coming from and all the information. Hit Save Transaction. And what that will do is it will put it into the category for you and deduct it from the remaining balance. That's very cool. With the EveryDollar program, it's very similar, but with the Pro version, it's actually tied in to your bank account. So you don't have to enter it manually if you pay for the Pro version. It'll show up here like this one right here. This is $8.64 that we spent at Dollar Tree. And so if we decide that that needs to go into the entertainment category, which it would, we would just simply grab that and put it in there. Now you can also do that on the web-based version of EveryDollar, which you'll see right here. And I can, okay, so here's all the transactions in the upper hand corner. So I've tied it to my bank account. You can tie it to a number of accounts. China King, okay, we can figure out what that is. That is dining or eating out. So I'm going to go to restaurants. I will take China King, drag it, and you'll see on the right-hand side, it's already telling me I'm going to deduct $17.28, and it's spent $17.28. So all of these transactions on the right-hand side, I can then drag and drop into the appropriate category and continue to do all that. So that's very, very nice. That again comes with the Pro version of EveryDollar. The free version, I'm assuming that it doesn't work that way. But you can sign up for the Pro version to get set up. Start entering transactions manually after the 15-day trial is over. Don't let it charge your debit card. But if you do want to keep the Pro version, it's $99 a year. With the Ynab version, it's a one-time purchase only. There is no recurring fee, at least not in the version that they have available today. You can download it and try it for free for your Mac or your PC, and you can use my discount code. Use this code. It's stevestewart.me/Ynab, and stevestewart.me/Ynab. You'll automatically have a record that you tried it for 34 days for free, and then if you decide to keep it after that, it'll apply the discount of 10%. So you save a couple bucks off of that as well. That is an affiliate commission of mine, but I've got close ties to the company. I love Ynab. That was the whole idea of this webinar, say how much we love Ynab, and then Dave Ramsey announced EveryDollar, so a lot of people are really curious about that. It's really easy to set up your budget on Ynab. It's also very easy to set up your budget in EveryDollar. You just type in the amounts and things like that. Probably the biggest learning curve that you would have to go through is going from, but this is a learning curve we did when we went from doing an old-fashioned spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet of, zero-based budget, EveryDollar is named that current month, to going to something like YNAB. YNAB allows you to let extra funds flow into the next month. In fact, I've got a category right here for dining. We overspent by $3.68. Yes, I could adjust, groceries by that much to make it exactly zero, but we're just going to go ahead and let that float to the next month, deduct from our available balance for the next month in that category, and that way, we don't have to worry about $3.68. We're not nickel and diming our budget here. We're able to live on less than we make. We can see that clearly. We're saving up for different things. So that's a mindset with YNAB is you're able to let things flow into the next month. You're also able to buffer up not just a $1,000 emergency fund like Dave Ramsey's plan, but a full month of expenses, and including things that you would save for. That's really amazing. So instead of having a $1,000 buffer, in your checking account, or a separate $1,000 in a savings account, with YNAB you can actually keep a full month of savings in your checking account, and you would spend that money next month. And then next month you're making money, which would then be spent on the following month, and so on and so forth. Very cool, very good for cash flow and things like that. The apps that you can download for YNAB are both for iPad and iPhone and for Android. Whereas for EveryDollar, there's an iPhone version only. But I haven't tried this, and I probably should have before we did the webinar. I bet you could just log on to EveryDollar.com, log into your account. I'm betting you could probably just go ahead and do it all from there, because one more big difference between the two. YNAB is a program you download. You can download it to multiple computers, and then the apps are free, and you can tie those all together by saving the data in the cloud. I use Dropbox. Go to stevestewart.me/Dropbox. Sign up for a free account. You get 2 gigabytes of online storage for free. You put YNAB there. Then when you sign on with your free app, you can then say, hey, I want to tie into my budget through my Dropbox. It's like that. It's very easy, very quick. With EveryDollar, your desktop version ties into your iPhone version via the web. So it is very cool. So there's a lot of similarities. The mindset is a little bit different, but there's a lot of benefits to both of them. And I think that was the conclusion we came up with, is whether you're using an Excel spreadsheet, whether you're using mint.com, which is absolutely free, whether you're using EveryDollar, the pro or the free version, or if you use YNAB, the bonus comes when you're using it. That's the key, is to use your budget. Forecast your spending. Use a tool, whichever one it is. The apps, the desktops, the pen and paper. Whatever you do to track your spending, and don't go over what you expect to spend. And of course, the bottom line is don't spend more than you make. So that's a quick summary. I'm sorry we lost the video. I really appreciate you watching this video. If there's anything I can do for you, please send me an email, steve@stevestewart.me. Again, that's stevestewart.me, not .com, because the guy who owns the .com has had it since 1997. That's before I had my first computer, for crying out loud. So stevestewart.me, steve@stevestewart.me. If I say that more times, you're going to yell at me. So again, sorry we lost the video. It was a great conversation. I'll try to get you some more value on the next one. Thanks so much for watching.